Hey guys, Tim the Toolman Cook back here from All Seasons Maintenance in East Central Alberta, Canada. Welcome back to our channel where we redefine what it means to be a successful entrepreneur as a modern handyman, where I share tips and tricks, successes and failures on the road to financial freedom. Welcome back, and I have another Tool Time gear review for you, and this is one I have been waiting to do for a while. I got this new toy probably 3 months ago, and it has sat in a box, never even took the plastic off it for this entire time. Finally had to lay some laminate floor for my wife, who is opening up a new daycare, and had an excuse to use this bad boy. So, first off, the reason I got it is because I made a couple of fences this summer, and I had this old beast of a 12-inch miter saw. Not even a real expensive one, but the thing weighs way too much. Every time we go on the job site, I needed to find power somewhere. Drove me nuts. We'd have to run a long extension cord, and the last job was just, that was it. And it's huge. 12 inches is great for some things, but for this, for what 99% of what I do, cutting laminate floor or 6-inch boards or 2x4s or the occasional 4x4. Other than the 4x4, which it can be done, but it's a little bit awkward, this does everything I want. And oh, did I mention it's battery powered? This is the 20 volt. They even have 120 volt that runs off of two 60 volt batteries, but I mean, that's a 12 inch, whatever. This is what I wanted. This is the sucker that runs off of the 20 volt batteries. I actually have some of the 60 volt flex volt batteries that I've been running through this, and they're incredible. I could seriously talk about this toy all day long. It's way too much fun. I've got some other videos coming up on some smaller products that'll be shorter, but I had to get this one in because I've been waiting to talk about it. And you guys know that I like to talk about tools, and especially the ones with the black and yellow color on them. So this guy here, I got him off Amazon in Canada. I did a long search. I couldn't find him on Amazon.com, but he is available at HomeDepot.com. So for all of my American viewers who are actually make up the majority of my audience, that's the place to get it. I paid for this. I got it as a bare tool. I paid $4.09 Canadian for it, which might seem a little steep. But that's like $35 American. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so paid $4.09 for it. I looked back after I bought it because I thought I needed it at the time. Anyway, it comes on sale for 300 bucks Canadian. Use the good old tool Camel, the funniest name in the world, but it'll show you the pricing trends so you know when to pull the trigger on something. I use that. So if you're looking to buy this, snap it up for $300. I mean, it's a steal at $409, but at $300, they're practically paying you to take it. So go with that. It has a 5-star or nearly 5-star review on Amazon. Tons of reviews. I run all my products through FakeSpot looking for fake product reviews or inflated review counts. And for whatever reason, the Dewalt stuff always comes back as an unreliable review. So I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, FakeSpot doesn't seem to take to these Dewalt products. So I'm not running the Dewalt ones through there anymore because a 5-star review come back as a 2-star on FakeSpot. And I don't know why, because everybody I've talked to, this is a bulletproof product that works great. So you'll see me talk about FakeSpot quite a bit, but for whatever reason, and I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I don't even want to speculate, but they see something in the reviews online they don't like. So like I said, for my American friends, you can get it at HomeDepot.com. $369 for this beast. That'd be a good deal anyway on its own, but it comes with a 4-amp-hour battery and a charger. And whenever you can buy, I mean, they just give away the chargers, and I just keep collecting up the batteries if I can. Sometimes on the more expensive ones, I'll buy the bare tools, but there's never an excuse not to get another battery if they're basically throwing in a battery and a charger for nearly free. So snap that up when you get a chance if you're looking at it, but Home Depot seems to be the place to get it in the US for right now. I'm sure as Christmas comes along, they'll have this on Amazon, but I couldn't even find a listing for it. So I usually like to go through the positives and the negatives. I go through the negatives first. I couldn't find one. I really couldn't. And I pushed this guy to the limit. You'll see a bunch of my B-roll footage as we go along. Had my my wife do some slow-mo just to kind of get in there. But let me put a battery in this thing. I'll be right back, and I just want to talk to you a little bit about what it does and how it works. Normally I run all my flex volt batteries in this just because I have a couple of them. They're 6 amp hours. For the record, I did 2 rooms over there, a couple hundred square feet total, laminate floor. So I don't know, 30, 40 cuts anyway, and I never even went down 1 bar on the battery. But anyway, like I said, my batteries are over at the job site. So I've got a 5 amp hour, just regular 20 volt battery in here, but you know, I just wanted to show you how this thing works. So this thing's a beast. For what it is made out of, all cast aluminum. It weighs 30 pounds. One of the coolest features I love is when it's folded up like this. I'm gonna flip it up here. There are 2 handles, one here, and carry it like a suitcase. Walks really nice, fairly light for what it is. And yeah, that's probably one of my favorite features, and that's super simple. I mean, this has everything you want. So it has a spring loader that'll pop up for doing just straight chop saws. In the front here, it's got, I believe it is 11 positive detents or indents. We'll lock at different, very common angles, like we all know what we're looking for. But what I like, you just push down right there, slides around, and then you can just snap it down into place and lock it. None of those chintzy handles that you have to crank down and tighten. None of that. I mean, I guess if I had to find one fault with it, maybe the plastic blade guard isn't super sturdy, but I mean, every miter saw on the planet has one of those. So yeah, it's also, I don't know if I mentioned, I probably did, but it's also a sliding, and it also bevels. So you can go, there you are. So I mean, there's literally, it does everything. Like I said, it cuts a 6-inch fence board. It cuts I think the laminate is 7 or 7 1/4, just makes it through there. So, be wary that you have to be very careful. Anything wider than that might be a problem, but it does a perfect job on cutting laminate floor. 7 1/4 stock blade, you can pull them off the shelf anywhere. So it's not like it's one of them weird 4 3/4 or 2 3/8 blades or something that cost 7 times as much as a 10-inch or 12-inch blade, and you can only find them at a Tuesday at Harbor Freight. I have one of them odd ones, a 6 1/4 or 6 1/2, whatever it is, skill saw, cordless one. I'm going to upgrade to the 7 1/4 60 volt this year, just so they're running the same blade. I mean, how great is that? A circular saw and my chop saw running the same size blade, and it literally does 95% of what I need to do. Now, I haven't even mentioned my absolute favorite. You're probably not going to be able to see it on video. I have some up-close footage. We'll see if that works a little bit better. But one of my biggest, when they first come out with the laser guide system for cutting, I thought that was really cool. But if you're working in sun, or you forget to put batteries in it, or whatever, it just never lived up to its hype. Then they come out with the dual laser system, which was a little cooler. It would show you exactly where the blade was going to go. But I still just didn't love it. It would get washed out in the sun. I was forever forgetting to turn it off, and then the battery would die. This has, I don't even know how to explain it. I'm sure they have a fancy terminology for it, but it's like a light shadow profile. So there is a nice LED work light there, and as you come down on your workpiece, the light focuses on the blade, and it creates a straight pattern that shows you exactly where the blade is going to cut through. It is the slickest, nicest system I've ever used. There's a button to turn it on and off as you need to, but it just works. Every time you go to pull the trigger, it turns on anyway. I've never used anything that I like better than that. If you guys have used other systems you really like, let me know, but this is the cat's ass when it comes to cutting. I love it. What else to say about it? It's fairly durable. I like it, typical for this day and age. Plastic up here, but the entire base is cast, which I love. Nice place to store your tightening wrench down here because I tend to lose things. Real quick hack or whatever you have for a corded tool, take that wrench and tape it to the cord so you have it, whether it's a grinder, jigsaw, whatever it is. But anyway, so it's right there. Love that. So I'll let you hear it. So up here, again, like all of these battery powered tools, they have like a safety mechanism in the trigger. You have to flip it sideways and then pull it in. Not bad. I mean, could you defeat that pretty easy? You could. Do you want to? I don't know. It's not a pain for me. It might be if you were doing, stuff with a circular saw, using it all day long, but this works. So if you want to hear it run here, I'll just kick it in right quick. It literally sounds like a battery-powered Dirt Devil vacuum cleaner. It just does not sound like there should be any power in this thing at all, and it just works. It sounds like some foreign car that Homer Simpson would drive, in 1992. There's just no sound to it at all. But the thing literally, it just does what it needs to do. I've run it through its paces, and I am so happy with this. My wife gets tired of listening to me talk about the new toys that I like. So I buy these things for the business. So, basically the government pays me to buy good tools, because claim everything. You're in the business to make you money. And I just don't shut up about this stuff. I'll just look at her randomly one day and say, man, I just love this tool. Because I do. That's what I do. I just love tools, and it's foolish and whatever, but I could talk about them all day, and I appreciate you guys coming in and listening to me. So yeah, this is the latest addition to my black and yellow Dewalt family. I've got more coming, some really cool stuff. Like I said, I could talk about this all day, but I've probably gone on long enough as it is. So if you guys are looking for a bulletproof, well-built, small, compact, easy to carry, don't need to plug it in, battery powered, the best light cutting system you're gonna find, this is the guy. Like I said, I run the flexible 6 amp hour batteries through it. I don't know if it gives it any more power or not. It doesn't seem to need to, but I'm in love with this. This has the Tim the Toolman seal of approval all over it. If you're looking for something like this, I would, wait a little bit, buy it on sale if you can, but if you can't, it's worth every penny at full price. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna stop yammering on about how much I love this tool. We'll end it here. If you guys are new to the community and you like these Tool Time gear reviews, I have one every Wednesday. We also do a Money Making Minute on Monday and a Growing Your Successful Handyman Business on Fridays. So guys, I appreciate it. Smack that subscribe button. If you like these reviews and you want to share them with other people, do that on whatever platform you choose. I appreciate it. And as always, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, and have a great week.